This conference will now be recorded.
Hey guys, welcome to the Trade Room. It's March 9th. March 9th. RIP to the greatest, one of the greatest rappers of all time, Biggie Smalls. Biggie Smalls. All right, guys, got a potential short setup here uh, at my weekly low pivot. We'll see if it gets triggered. I'll be back. It's about 8:04 a.m. in the morning.
This conference will now be recorded.
Hey guys, quick update on this long short setup here. I actually passed on it. I'm in a long on my NQ scalping strategy. Let me switch over to that right quick. Let's put this on the 1 minute and the NQ and chart trader. So MNQ, I'm sorry, mini NASDAQ, the micro NASDAQ. Here we go. So I'm in this trade here right now, long. I got in here, and I've been riding it up, and I'm going to just see if it continues up to yesterday's high, which is up here, or even higher. So I'm just holding it. I already moved my stop to break even and took one contract off. And yeah, just holding it. So that's why I canceled my ES trade. And when I look at it, it would have triggered me here. This candle hit last week's low right here. So that's at 832. So I would have switched down to the 10-second right here. And I would have been looking for a bearish candle, which happened here. And it happened here and here. And market was just too strong. So this just would have been a losing trade. It is what it is. You're not going to win all of them. But since I was already long on the NQ, and sometimes those guys mirror each other, I decided to stay in the NQ and pass on this. I believe Monday I did the opposite. I was in an NQ trade, very similar setup, going long, and I had a short, same scenario basically, and I got out of the NQ trade after it hit my first target, just so I can jump in the short here on the EQ, and I ended up taking a loss. It ended up continuing to go up and broke right through my my entry and stopped me out on the EQ. So if I would have stayed in the NQ, I would have had a huge winning day. So that was basically a lesson learned, that if I'm already in a trade on a similar indice, to just stay in it and win or lose. So right now, the NQ setup, it's starting to reverse. Now we do have this fair value gap, which might be the reason why. You scroll back here, we see these gaps.
Stop filled.
And a gap here. So it basically was filling these gaps. And that's why I took one contract off the NQ. I took one contract off just in case it did just that. So at least I got something. I might not have gotten the big one, but I got something. And that's what happened this time around. So you see, I exited here, I entered here, I took profit at the top of this fair value gap, moved my stop to break even. And then if it decided to continue on north, I would have rode with it, but it didn't. It filled the fair value gap, and now it's going to do whatever it wants to do. But I did avoid this loss here on the ES. So I'll take the small winner compared to the loser. All right, so we'll be looking for the setup. That's basically it for now. Peace.
This conference will now be recorded.
Hey guys, so I'm back. Now price is approaching last week's low again. Even though overall it did respect last week's low, but it's also filling in these fair value gaps from yesterday. So we go to 5 minute, look right here, this is yesterday. And we see these big fair value gaps. Here's one here I have marked off. There's another one here. And price overnight filled in the one here. We have this one here. So overnight, price filled has been filling it in slowly but surely. So I'm looking at it to fill this one as well, which is right here. So it would be kind of risky to look for a short here again when price has not finished filling in this gap. So I'm a little cautious right now. If price goes down some more, gives me some room, then yeah, it might be something I'll look at. But as of now, I'm not really optimistic right now. So I'm going to just wait for a real high probability setup, and I will be back. Peace. Looking for the trade of the day.
This conference will now be recorded.
All right. Another potential short. Need to come up a little more to this trend line before we look for the short. There's a fair value gap up here. And another one. All right, we just broke it. Let's see what we got.
Order filled.
All right, I'm in. Real choppy. I'm gonna protect this one here. See that? That whipsaw. Real choppy.
Stop filled.
Look at that. Oh my gosh, what the hell? Wow. Whoa.
Order filled. Stop filled.
I think one of my demo accounts went off. What was that? Wow. I have no idea what was that, but thank God I have my stop. Wow. Yeah, I don't know what the heck just happened, but this just happened out of nowhere. And I'm really surprised I didn't get a lot of slippage. Like that move was so ferocious. I'm shocked I didn't get a lot of slippage. I mean, it happened so fast, I couldn't even jump in on the reversal to go long here, which is right here. This candle here comes back down, touches the low from last week, jump in here to go long, but it's just moved too fast. And now it's filling this fair value gap and then some. So, wow. Okay, guys, you saw that. That was live. A lot of stops got destroyed on that one. So we're basically still where we were at. Nothing changed. We lost like $1 or two in the live account. All right, guys. I'll be back for hopefully a clean setup.
This conference will now be recorded.
All right, guys. Might have a long setup here.
Order submitted. Order filled.
All right, we're in. Let's see if we can get a push up. I'm not going to lose this trade here. We're looking for a push up. One more push up.
Stop filled.
Bingo. Bingo. Awesome setup, fellas. Awesome. 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 That trade, which is my reversal pullback to the major pivot here. Normally you go 1 for 2, which is up here, $400, but I only needed $300 to pass the combine, which I officially passed right here, guys. 53,000. Officially passed the combine. A few days, basically a few weeks after my son was born, after I had to start over. I would have hit 1 to 2 as well. This is all a part of my triple S strategy. Smart scalping strategy. But I only went, once again, for this target here, just to get me over, which I'm over. So when I pull up, and I waited a while for this setup. When I pull up rhythmic, $53,029. Bingo. All right, guys, I'm gonna do a recap on Friday and or Monday once they confirm everything from the hedge fund, from the prop firm, and I'll present that documentation as well. But awesome trade. My patience was rewarded. The same setup happened earlier, and I didn't pull a trigger. It was right here. This was actually a better setup because I had the volume to coincide with the move. So when price came down here, if I had strong volume, this is a slam dunk. And I was slow with it. And the reason why I was slow, sometimes, once again, if it's not programmed, you think too much. It came down here at 1016, 1017. Go over here, 1017. It hit it right here. This is my bullish candle. So I should have jumped in here with a $200 stop. And I didn't pull a trigger. I had numerous opportunities, bullish candles to pull a trigger. And I was just a little nervous, I guess. Didn't trust my strategy despite the winning percentage. It's human. It's that human emotion. And then bingo, they hit the target. So I had 2 opportunities here to close out. I wasn't going to hesitate on the second time. On this one here, the volume wasn't as high as you would like. I like to see the volume shoot up like something like this here and higher than recent candles, recent bars. So the volume wasn't impressive, but I waited to get my bullish candle anyway, and I jumped in right here. Just the bullish candle, jumped in here, and bingo. So we'll wrap this up. Like I said, I'm going to make a detailed video going over the combine, the 50K combine, and my plans moving forward. Thanks for the support. Peace.